Hi everyone, welcome to Social Impact Speech Workshop. Today we will focus on our intonation. So again, we'll discuss the delivery methods and we will talk about some key points of intonation, how to maintain the proper pace, how to exaggerate in your speech, and practice different styles. So first of all, what is intonation? Intonation is our rise and fall of your voice when speaking. So when you go up or down, or you go slow, and then you go fast. So it depends. Why it matters? First of all, it keeps the audience engaged. Like if you speak very similarly, it will be boring. So if you vary like your speech, your delivery, then it makes it more interesting to listen to. So it also helps convey emotion and emphasis. So when I speak about something important or sad, maybe I will slow down. But if I speak about something exciting, maybe my intonation will go up, and um, you will also be able to feel the emotion in the expression. So it also makes our speech easier to understand, even if pronunciation is not perfect. So that's an important thing for you to learn, that, for example, if your pronunciation needs improvement, you can work on intonation, because intonation is much easier, I think. So, and you can convey your message in this way. So let's think of some examples. So let's say we have a simple sentence. This is a beautiful day. So if I say it like, this is a beautiful day, do you feel it's beautiful? Or if I say, this is a beautiful day, so wow, then you will be like, oh, it's really beautiful. So I think the one that adds the intonation to it, like rising and falling, or a little emotion to your expression, it grabs the attention more and people want to listen to you more. So let's think of some intonation strategies for key points of your speech, such as delivering the hook, asking questions, and providing examples. So first of all, when you deliver the hook, it's very important to slow down so your audience can focus. And you need to raise your intonation in order to emphasize the importance of the information and grab their attention. Let's think of some examples. Let's say we have, did you know that one plastic bottle takes 450 years to decompose? Now, I kind of said it neutrally. And so how we can change it to make it more, like to add more emphasis, to add strength. Did you know, go up, yeah, that one plastic bottle takes 450 years to decompose? So when you ask a question, you go up, create curiosity, and then 450 years, I said slowly, because it's an important number. You show the importance. 450 years, that's one plastic bottle, 450 years. That's very long. That's longer than a human life, right? So to add this drama to your hook, to your focused, like the points that you want to focus on, slow down and say each one clearly. Each one, like you have a little weight. Imagine like in your voice, like in your, like you have a little, maybe like you can even imagine like your hand, and you have little dumbbells, like tiny ones, like not super heavy ones, and you put them on each word, so they become like more heavier. They become heavier and more stable. So when you do that in your mind, maybe you can focus on different numbers and words. 450 years. Okay. And then another point is when we ask audience questions. So when asking questions, your voice should rise slightly at the end to sound engaging. So, for example, have you ever thought about how much waste you produce in one day? So here we have two questions. Have you ever thought? That's the first one, yeah? Have you ever thought about, you go up, how much waste, go up, you produce in one day? So you want to ask two questions here about first, like, have you thought or not? And then how much waste you produce in one day. Go up on questions. And another thing that we often do in a speech is provide examples as lists. So, and use varying intonation. So if you just say like, I like fruits, apples, bananas, oranges, that sounds boring. I like fruits, apples, bananas, oranges. And maybe oranges can go down. So I like fruits, apples, bananas, and oranges. Okay, so here is a more complex example. We can reduce waste by recycling, using reusable bags, and avoiding single-use plastics. So, stress recycling, we can reduce waste by recycling. Using reusable bags, go up, rise on, and avoiding single-use plastics, go down to emphasize. Okay. Another thing that it's very important in intonation is to maintain your pace. So if you try to say your speech very quickly with intonation and gestures, you will sound like a crazy person. So you want to avoid that and you will get tired, right? So it's very important to balance your pace. Speaking too fast makes it hard for audience to follow, makes you tired. If you speak too slowly, maybe everybody will become sleepy and like, oh, what is he trying to say? What is she talking about? So not too fast, not too slow. Use pauses effectively. So pause after key points for emphasis. Breathe during pauses to stay calm. It's very important to breathe. Like if you try to do everything like, you will be out of breath. So, and also match the tone of your voice to the message. So if you're talking about something seriously, slow down. Don't laugh at it. And for exciting parts, maybe you can speak faster. And of course, you can smile and you add more gestures. And when thinking about your pace, it's important to be like the tortoise, not the hare. Remember this old story about the tortoise and the hare? And finally, the tortoise won, right? He won the contest. So a steady pace gives your audience time to understand and connect with your message. Pauses can be used effectively to highlight key points and let emotions resonate. So like, especially if your speech is emotional, it can also be tiring for you and your audience. So if you pace it well, then the emotions will be also taken like step by step, and it's easier for you and for your audience to understand. So if you're like a hare, the hare in the story, so there is a risk. You're facing a risk. Why? Because speaking too fast might lead to missed words or unclear delivery. Then inconsistent pacing disrupts the audience's focus. So like, what do we need to focus on? I'm lost. And the most important risk is that you become too tired at the end of the speech, or you become too nervous because you were like too much in a rush and you forget your speech, and that you don't want that to happen, right? So be like the tortoise, not like the hare. And another very important point I'd like to make today is to exaggerate. So I'm not saying you need to super exaggerate at the time when you make your speech. No. I'm saying you need to exaggerate when you practice. Why? Because when you exaggerate, you remember like the 100%. Like let's say if you practice 120%, then in the real time, you will be able to do 90. Now, if you do just like normal one, let's say you did a 90, then at the time of the show, like time of the speech contest, you will be more like a 70, 60. You don't want that, right? You want to be 90 or 100. So that means you need to exaggerate to 120. What you can do is pretend you're on the stage acting in a play and try to push your voice up, down. Like the better you'll understand how to emphasize the key points. So practicing with exaggerated intonation, your normal delivery will sound much more natural and confident. So when you practice, be crazy. Do like super high voice, super low voice. So you got all the, remember, like 120%. And let's try this. This is the best day of my life. This is the best day of my life. So like if you can do the top one, you will be able to do the normal one as well. That's what I'm saying. And of course, everybody has different ways of delivering. Everybody has different styles. So try to find your own style. Try to find what would be the best way for you to deliver. So choose some short, impactful sentences and practice saying them with varied intonation at a proper pace. It's okay to feel strange first. The more you practice, the better your intonation becomes. So the key takeaway today is that intonation makes your speech engaging and impactful. Focus on hooks, audience questions, and lists. Practice pacing and pausing for clarity and emphasis. In your exercise for your workbook, try recording yourself again. Like for delivery, most tasks will be a recording. Try reading your speech in different ways. Exaggerate as much as you can and try to find the best way for you. Listen, compare. Again, you can ask your friends or family to help you. Like, which do you think is the best way to read this part? And maybe they can also give you great advice. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.